Hi, I'm Anthony from Learning to Play the Guitar. In this video I'm going to show you how to play The Lazy Song by Bruno Mars. This song is played with your fingers, so you don't use a guitar pick. So the fingers used for plucking in the song are your thumb, your index, your middle and your ring finger. So in Spanish terms or classical guitar it's P, I, M and A for the fingers. So the song uses a capo placed here behind the second fret to play the chords. So the chords in the verse are A major, which is use the three fingers in a row if you like. Then you got an E, which is E major, first finger here on the first fret of the third string, two fingers jumping over here to E. Yep. And then the third chord is D, which is what I call the D triangle, which is this thing here. So you can also play A with the first finger in the middle and two either side. Either way is quite fine, three in a row or one in the middle, one above, one below, as I love to say. So you've got A, doing that way, E, and D. So then the big trick to this song is how it's plucked with the fingers. So as mentioned before, it's the thumb and the index, middle and ring fingers. And one of the big tricks to the sound of it is a thing called staccato, or keeping the notes or the chords very short, so not letting them ring out, so they're nice short and sharp notes. So then the trick to doing this is, say if we're going to move around, so we're going to pluck just on the A chord. So basically once I pluck the thumb here on the fifth string for the A chord, and here you go, you can see this index finger on the third string, middle finger on the second, and ring finger on the first string under here. So the pattern is sort of plucking the thumb and then the other three fingers. You can still see my hand's quite curved and the thumb is fairly straight. So it's the old fist up, sort of the claw sometimes as it's called for plucking. So thumb, pluck, as you go through there. So then what you want to make the notes short and sharp and staccato, as it's called, is to going to basically mute. And there's a few ways of muting, but one of the easiest ways to do it in this case is as soon as I pluck, I pounce back and mute the strings with the plucking hand over here. So I'll pluck, and I can mute with my thumb, pluck, and mute with the plucking finger straight away. So instead of letting it ring out, I'm going to pluck, mute, and mute like so. So it's like I'm bouncing back straight away. It's probably more critical on these three notes, these three strings here, the top part of the chord and the bass, so much to really mute them. And that's sort of nice sound that you're going to get there, which gives the song that groove. So you've got A, and then we go to D. I'm going to pluck, sorry, A, and then we're going to go to E chord. The thumb will move over to this string here, the sixth string. And again, the same muting will happen. And then when we go to D triangle, like that guy there, the thumb will now move here to the fourth string. And with that sort of muting control, you can see my hand muting the string straight away after I pluck. So I'll just do that little verse bit again. A, E and D chord. So A, mute, E, thumb mute, mute, D. And there's four of these guys. So, and A, E, and D. So that's the muting and the plucking idea, and that's used throughout the entire song, that sort of technique and idea. So then the other chords to worry about is a bit in the bridge, sorry, there's a bit in the chorus of the song which involves a C-sharp 7, which is basically 4 frets, so 1, 2, 3, 4 frets away as a bar chord away from the capo here, and you've basically got your first finger here squashing down all those 5 strings in particular. Third finger is here 2 frets away on the 4th string, and then the little finger is tucked in underneath here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's C sharp 7. So this is sort of used in between an A chord, C sharp 7, and with the C sharp 7 we're plucking the thumb on 5th string and the other 3 are the same as throughout, and then D. So I'll go into detail on that a bit later on. The other chords to watch out for are some other bar chords that pop up in parts of the song. One is B minor, which again is barring across 5 strings, but here on the 2nd fret with the 1st finger. So I've got those guys. 3rd finger again is going to be 2 frets away there, little finger underneath, and 2nd finger down here. So this is B minor. And then the other chord that follows that is C sharp minor, which is the same shape but 2 frets up, so on the 4th fret away from the capo in this case. C sharp minor. And the one other chord to worry about in the song is a thing called F sharp minor, yet another bar chord. The whole thing is your 1st finger is barring across 6 strings, and you're adding a 3rd finger again 2 frets away, a string away, which in this case would be the 5th string, a little finger underneath. This guy, 2nd finger here, is doing nothing, just hanging in space, moving out of the way a bit. Hopefully you can see that. So that's F sharp minor. The whole thing is that, but in the song we can, as I'll explain in a minute, you can throw these 2 fingers away because you're not actually going to pluck the 5th or the 4th string. You can get away with just a 1 finger chord if I place it right. That sort of idea. So for the verses of the song, it just uses 3 chords, which are A, E, and D. And they're played in this fashion where you're plucking your thumb on the 5th string for A, and then your other 3 fingers here are plucking strings 1, 2 and 3, sort of getting your fingers underneath and plucking up. So you got a thumb, pluck, and that's for A. And then we go to the E chord. Thumb will now hit the 6th string, the other 3 fingers will hit these 3 strings down here. So again, 1st, 2nd and 3rd strings, and thumb, pluck, your 3 fingers, 1 finger per string. And then after that we go to the D chord, the old D triangle, and thumb will now hit the 4th string here, and thumb and pluck the other 3 strings, again the same 3 strings. So you've got an A, thumb, pluck, and E, thumb over here now, thumb, pluck, and D, thumb is now here, and thumb, pluck. So one more time, so you've got 2 A patterns, 2 E patterns, and 4 Ds, 3 and 4 and that's for the verses. And the chorus also starts with the same chords. So in the chorus, after the line "leave a message at the tone," the chords change slightly, where he's sort of singing "I swear I'm not doing anything," which then leads into the chords of A, C sharp 7, which is this bar chord which I mentioned before, but all the way up here, 4 frets away from the capo, thumb plucking the same 5th string, and again the same 3 fingers down here plucking these strings, and then it goes to D for the Ds again. So the chorusy bit is A, C sharp 7, 4 of these Ds again with your thumb plucking that 4th string. So all up you end up with an A, E, D, then goes A, C sharp, D, and then goes back to the verse, which is A, D, and A, E and D again. So the other part of the song is a bit where he sings "Yes I said it, yes I said it, 'cause I can," which uses the chords B minor, C sharp minor, D, and E, just a strum on the E chord there. So you've got a double pluck of each. So again, just run through the plucking with that. So B minor is that chord as shown before. So thumb plucking the 5th string, and again just plucking these 1, 2, 3 strings with the other I, M, A or index middle ring fingers again. So B minor, C sharp minor, the same shape, slid 2 frets up, then D, as we've been doing all the way through, and then E. So one more time, B minor, C sharp minor, D, and then E. to the verse A, E, D again. So the last bit is the bridge, which is, I ain't gonna comb my hair, and the chords in the bridge are B minor, E, and then F sharp minor. Normally F sharp minor is the whole shape with 2 fingers here barring all the way across 6 strings on the 2nd fret, but because we're not going to pluck the 5th or the 4th string, we can actually just use 1 finger, because we're going to thumb pluck the 6th string and use the other 3 fingers to pluck strings 1, 2 and 3 again. So the whole sequence is, again, thumb on the 5th string for B minor, like as in the other section just before, and E, thumb on the 6th string, and the thumb stays on the 6th string, and the other 3 fingers are all just plucking the same strings as throughout the song. So B minor, E, F sharp minor with 1 finger, one more time, and B minor on the 5th string, 6th string thumb for the E, and F sharp minor. And that's all the bits of the song.